Okay, I'm not gonna play the track right. I just wanted to have a track to use as an intro. I'm not gonna play it right to the end because I've got a lot to get through today. So that was 8-Bit Blaster, a tune that I made during live streams. I think it took 2 live streams and then sort of about 3 hours, I think, in my own time, just to finish it off and tidy up, and then it went to Jade Star for mastering, and I got an amazing master back. It will be available for streaming on all the streaming services as from this Sunday coming, but you can already watch the video on YouTube, the video you've just seen, with me attempting to play Synapse, which I haven't played since I was a teenager, and I played it on my C64 Mini. What a hard game. What a proper rock hard game it is. It's actually a lot easier with the keyboard, but with the C64 Mini, it doesn't have a keyboard. It has, but it doesn't work. So you have to use the joystick, and the joystick that comes with it is absolutely pants. It's terrible. I bought a new one though. So I actually ended up playing it on an emulator, which made it a lot easier to do the screen recording thing. So anyway, yeah, old games were much harder, weren't they, Jade? I keep telling my kids, the games that they play these days are nothing like as hard, and you couldn't even like save your place in the game. When you died, when you lost your last life, you were dead, and you went back to the very, very beginning. I'm going to do a live stream or a video, not sure yet, with my favourite game from my childhood, which was probably my favourite game because it was the first game I got on cassette. It was a game on the Commodore 64 called Blagger. And it was very much like Manic Miner, released by Alligator Software, and it was the first game that I got, and I loved platform games. I'm gonna do a video with that soon because it had no in-game music, so I thought that'd make a good video. I'll make some in-game music for it. Yeah, Blagger had, if I remember correctly, 30 levels. And I got to level 29. And it was just absolutely maddening, when you just couldn't quite get to the end of the game and you had to do like all 29 levels again to get to that last level, I tell my kids about this and I don't think they believe me, Anyway, right, so welcome to Jamie TV. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to make some more chiptune music today. God, that's hard to say. Chiptune music today. We'll get into that in a moment. Let's just say hello to some people. Thanks for being here, Sam. Hi, Jade. Hello, Mateus. Thank you for being here. Where is Semtex? I've sent him a reminder. He insists that I send him a reminder to his Facebook Messenger every week, and let's just see if anyone else is here. I don't want to miss anybody. There are some lurkers. There are more viewers than there are people in the chat, so lurkers, don't be shy, jump in the chat and say hello. Anyway, right, so what are we doing today? What I'm going to do, I'm going to put a video on while I'm talking. I've made this video in LumaFusion because I decided that I work best at doing this stuff, making music for games. This practice of pretending like I'm making music for the game, as though I was the composer for the game. I work better that way than sort of just trying to generally write a piece of music that might suit a certain kind of game. If I've got... Hey, Brad, thanks for joining us, man. If I've got an actual... bit of footage of the game to work to, I'll work much better. And actually, in fact, since I last saw you, I have actually submitted some music for a game. I actually do have some music in a game now. So I'm now actually a video game music composer. But more on that soon. I'll tell you all about it soon. But I decided... Yes, I've had my first bit of success, but I'm going to carry on doing this thing, streaming and making videos, making music for games. If I don't have an actual game to work on at the time, I will still continue to do this, like pretending like I'm making music for that actual game, because I need to practice it. I need to get better and better and better at it. I've still a lot to learn about it, so I'm doing it, right? So let's put this video on. If I go to this screen here and if I press play, and I'll tell you about this, right? So what this is, you'll notice there's no sound, right? So this is my son, Freddie, and myself were playing on Roblox, and I recorded the experience. I screen recorded the experience. We play it on our iPads, and then I've edited a video together that's a few minutes long of us playing this game called Raise Mod. And in this game, it's basically just a lot of pissy panting around, really. What it does, it provides you with an environment. There's a bunch of different environments to choose from. There's no race. There's, no mission. You can spawn things, vehicles, enemies, whatever you want to do. You can just spawn stuff, and then you just arse about and have fun. Something that Freddie is particularly brilliant at. He's an exceptional gamer. He's 10, and he is an exceptional gamer already. And I play Roblox with him all the time, and I just watch him just beating the crap out of everyone else he's playing with online, including me. So this is just some highlights, some stupid stuff that happened whilst I was playing this game with him. So you'll see it's a game where some background music would be quite nice. There is a bit of ambient sound in it, but not an awful lot. And I thought it might be quite nice, although it's not an 8-bit game. I thought it might be quite nice to have a sort of 8-bit chiptune kind of a sound in the background. Now, when it comes to 8-bit music, there's a little bit of this. Well, it's like this, right? To really truly be making 8-bit music, you kind of need to be using the original hardware. The way that I did 8-bit Blaster, I used Cubasis, and I used BA1 synth. I used the chiptune preset packs. So the sounds are appropriate, and I used the appropriate amount of channels actually for a Commodore 64 game. And that's what I wanted it to sound like. I wanted it to sound very SID chippy, but still it's not really truly 8-bit music. It's not really truly chiptune. In truth, people who are really into 8-bit music would actually call that fake bit. And not that there's anything wrong particularly with making fake bit. If you look at it like this, right? If I was making some music that was to run on an actual Commodore 64 or on an actual Spectrum, say, or any of those other old machines, I would need to use the appropriate amount of channels, and I would need to be using the sounds that those machines are capable of making. So really doing it this way with synths in a digital audio workstation is not proper. And I'm actually learning at the moment to use a tracker so that I can make music for a certain old retro machine. More on that later as well. That's kind of like, that's another job I've actually got, making music for games. So yeah, more on that soon, I think. We're coming to the end of this video now, and I've not finished rambling about 8-bit music. So what I'm actually going to do with this is I'm going to make some fake bits. I'm going to make some music that sounds like it's 8-bit, but I can take liberties with it, because if it was going into a Roblox game, Roblox doesn't require, you would just submit a WAV. Right, a WAV file. So as long as it kind of sounds in keeping and appropriate with 8-bit music, then it's fine. So you could take liberties with the amount of tracks that you use. You could use some effects, and um, and just sort of keep it in keeping. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to go like, you know, too too far with that, because otherwise then it will just cease to sound like chiptune music. So I have a project kind of ready in Cubasis 3, and I should have a piano armed here. Right, so I should now go to this screen, I believe. Right, now, so for me, I'm thinking that for this game, it could do with something kind of jolly in the background, because the game, it usually just ends up being chaos, really, just dreaming up insane ways to kill each other. You'll have seen in that video, my son dreams up some um, incredibly inventive and violent ways to kill his father over and over and over again. So I just think it would be quite nice to have sort of a jolly chip tune in the background. I think that would work really well. So I have a bit of a tune in mind, and that's kind of as far as I've got. I've got sort of a tune. It's been in my head all day, and I had a little bit of time before the stream just to sort of pick it out on the piano. So that was it. We're using the black note. That's not right. That's it. Ah, yeah, right. Okay, one was going to end with, and one was going to end with. So we've got a bit of a question answer phrasing going on. That's about as much as I've got so far. Hi, Brandon. Thanks for joining us. And hi, Leela. Thanks for being here. Leela's lurking. Okay, right. So what we're going to do is, you see, because I know I always say when I'm making music in a live stream or wherever, that for me, music is all about chords. It's all about, to me, it all just boils down to chords. And I always like to know, what are my chords? That's kind of my starting place. So even if I'm working on something where I won't actually be playing chords, because like when you're making chiptune music, if you're doing it properly and you've got 3 channels, and one's playing a melody and one's playing a bass line, what are you going to do about chords? You've not got enough notes. You have to play an arpeggio or something. But still, as far as the composing goes, for me, I want to know what the chords are. So I have this melody, and I can see that it must be in the key of G major, but I actually don't have the chords yet. So it's quite important to me to figure out what they are quickly. So I think what I'll do is I'll put the melody down, and then we'll work out what the chords are around that, and then we'll go from there. So what was the first bit? Now then, which one do I want to do first? That one, okay. Then E, D. Yeah, do that one after. We'll do the higher one after, I think. Right, so let's see if I can play. What kind of speed? Metronome. 120 BPM actually seems okay. Yeah, okay. Right. Please bear in mind, it's not my keyboard skills that you come here to see. Yeah, and I should have said, the reason I'm using Cubasis as like sort of default acoustic piano sound, because it's important to me to get get the chords, get the melody, have something in mind, know what I'm actually doing. Then we can add the sounds later. So let's see if I can get this melody down. Then we'll work out what the chords are supposed to be. Okay, a slight cock up in there. Slight cock up. Let's see now. If I expected the tempo to be to need to be slightly slower actually, but it seems to be all right at that speed. Right, let's tidy up this MIDI first job. Then it'll be easier to know what the chords are, I think. Right, so we'll just do this, and then what's my quantize set to? Let's see if that works for me, and we'll check that. That's not the right note. Okay, so that quantized really well. My keyboard playing must be improving. Right, so that should be... Oh, did I play it right? I must have played it right. Let's try C to B. That's what I wanted. Okay. Right, now we can just trim the ends of this MIDI here, which I should be doing with my mouse so that you can see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Apologies, by the way, that I couldn't stream last week. I wasn't actually that ill. I was just really snotty. And nobody wants to look at, a runny nose on a live stream. I was just sniffing and coughing and, wiping my nose constantly, but I wasn't that ill. Okay, so now in terms of chords, let's just we'll duplicate this track and delete the MIDI from that one. Okay, and then I'll just unarm that one. There we go. Right, so I'm guessing my first chord's got to work as a G because, because we're in G. Chord change there. Right, so I should have said it's a loop. D major works well there. That would work. I think that's good. Oh, accidental recording there. Yeah, try not to laugh at me with my two-handed three-note chords. It's not my first instrument. It's not even my 10th instrument, to be honest. Right. So what did I have? I had a G. Da, dun, 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 D major. Dun, 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 dun. A minor, C, G. Do I really want to finish on the chord that I started with? Let's see. I think that works well. I'm going to record that Right, okay. Oh, Semtex finally made it. Oh, and Ed's here. Hi, Ed. Hi, Semtex. Have you got a note? Right. Can I trim this MIDI down? That's going to be... No, I can't do that yet. Right, let's go in and tidy up this MIDI. I want this absolutely bob on because... but you'll see why shortly. I'm still recording. What am I doing here? Right. Right. Let's try the quantize as it's set right now. It might just work out okay. No, it didn't. Let's shift that one along. Oh dear. Where? Okay. Right, okay, I made the same mistake both times. Tidy that up a bit, and I think this one could do with a tidy up as well. Okay, right. Okay, so we've got some chords and a melody. That's exactly what I wanted. So now what we'll do is we'll find a nice sound for the melody using Minibit. I've not mentioned Minibit at all yet, and it's my intention to use Minibit for the whole of this track, I think, because it's just a great little 8-bit sounding synth. It's perfect for the job. So right, I'll mute everything and then we'll go into Minibit. And so we're talking about a lead sound. So I really should start using this mouse. Sorry. Right. So the initialized sound would sound like this. Right. Let's go to leads and see what we've got. Nope. 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 I'm thinking this wants to be an octave higher. Let's just do that. I like that. Nope. Nope. I think without the glide, that could work. No. Right, hang on, let's... I'm going to keep that for now. I like that. Right, okay, now we need a bass. Let's go here and grab a bass. So, oh, hang on. Is my, which track is armed? Let's unarm that one. Arm the bass track. And find a bass. That's quite nice. I could work with that. Let's have a quick browse through the others. Yeah, let's go back to classic bass. I like that. Yeah. I'm not saying that's the actual sound, but it's nice. It's a nice sound to work with for now. So let's see now. We've got let's work with these chords for a moment and the bass line. So we've got what? G to a D, A minor C to G. Right, I'm just going to have a little pissy pants around with the bass sound, see if I can find... we'll just follow the root notes to begin with and see what happens. When I remember what they are. I need my metronome. Alright, that's alright. I wonder if I could make it walk a bit. G to D. I can see that working. And then what about... next would be an A. That's not taking me anywhere. That's the wrong note. A. And it needs to land on a G. So if I land on this G, or no, I land on the lower G, then we start again from the higher G, I think. Let's try. Start on the correct note, you stupid hippie. Yeah, alright, I'm going to put that in. Oh, no, take loop off. Idiot. I think my timing was a bit terrible there. But I think it works. Let's see what it's like with the melody. Yeah, let's get this timing corrected, because it's a bit shit, honestly. Right, I'll select everything and then see if we can see what happens with this quantize. Well, actually, the second half is just a repeat of the first half, and the first half seems to be correct now, so I will just remember to use my mouse and grab this corner here, drag this back and do that, and then double this cross, and that should be us, I think. Thank you, Sentex. There's no way I would ever have remembered. Okay, but I've lost my mouse, so I don't. Hang on. Okay. I have to put this mouse well out of my way because if I accidentally touch it, I might end the stream. Okay. Right, I'm going to run an ad, right? So if you are a YouTube premium person, you will stay with me. If you're not, you may get an ad. And I would really like it if when you come back, you tell me what it's all about. You know, whether you've got an advert for tampons or, you know, BMWs, whatever. Let us know when you come back, and then I know that you're back. Okay, right. So, well, some of you are getting an ad. I'm supposed to prepare something to tell you about to fill in the time, but I haven't. So I'm just, because I forgot, because I always forget about ads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have a listen to this track and think about what to do about the chords. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm thinking that, you see, I could just grab a sound, right, from Minibit and use it to play back those chords. I could do that. And, you know, I'm thinking along the lines of fake bit here, so it doesn't really matter that you couldn't have chords playing if it was, say, for instance, a Commodore 64 game or, you know, a Mega Drive game. But I want it to sound very kind of in keeping. So I think an arpeggio with this tune at in this part of this track would be a bit much. I think what I'm going to try is I am going to move that mouse out my way again so I can't do any damage and not accidentally do that, hopefully. Right. Here's my thinking. Move these chords to this mini bit here that we're not using yet. And we'll go in and let's remove the root note from each chord. So that's going to be that one. Then it's a D, so it's that one. Then we've got an A, so it's that one. And then it's a C, right? So we take out the C and we go back to G, right? So we want to lose that one there. So I need to just make that shorter. And the chords do exactly the same thing twice, so I can simply come out of here, make that shorter, and then duplicate it across. Now let's find the sound in Minibit for this sort of like, it's just like a two-note chord, but not playing the root note because the bass is playing the root note. So let's find the sound. We'll go into, actually we'll solo it, I think. And we'll go in here and go to what category? Pads? Try pads. Let's see if we can find something suitable. Again, I'm feeling that we should be an octave higher. Let's do that. I'll select that and that, glue them together, select it, transpose it up an octave, and then let's go back to these pads. Some cool sounds, but I've used that one before in a track actually. I really like that one. Because of course, you can use 8-bit sounds in a track. You don't have to be making an 8-bit track. You can, I've noticed quite a lot of beats have 8-bit type sounds in them. Which, I'm not looping, am I? Idiot. I wonder why that one didn't play. Not that beats is really my thing, but I have ears, I hear them. That's nice. I think that one might be alright, but still sounds like it should be an octave higher. Try it now. Yeah, I think that works. I like that. Okay. I've got a red track here because I would like to get to putting some drums on today. What I thought was today, if I've got a nice little section that's got a memorable little tune that's maybe 8 bars, 16 bars, something like that, and get that done inside of one stream, then I can do another stream where I'll add another section to it. Maybe something that's not quite so catchy, but you need a B section, right? So that you can loop back to that really catchy A section. So let's crack on. Let's see now. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the same chords and same bass line. It'll help me if I just select both of those and glue them together. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Cockney. I'm pleased that there's quite a few people here watching. It says I've got 15 viewers at the moment. Not everyone's joined the chat, but that's cool. But I wondered, to be honest, if anyone would be here, because I didn't advertise it till today, and I didn't stream last week. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate the support. Right. So we've got the bass line copied across. We've got the 2-note chords copied across. Now I want a variation on the melody. We'll turn that into 16 bars. Let's see if we can do that. So I will arm this track then. And what would that be? That would be... let's go up. Right, put a little extra note in there. That's quite playful. I want this thing to be very, very much, for kids. Very childlike. Right, so that's... I have this real terrible habit of playing something great and immediately forgetting what I played. Right, okay. let's put that one in. I quite like that. I still need my metronome. It might help if I actually hit the key. Right. That turned out. I think I played it badly, but it's the right melody. Right. Not transpose. What are you doing? Yes. Quantized with those settings. We've got a little glitchy note in there. We certainly do not want a C sharp in the key of G major. Right. And I'm just going to even out the volumes of the notes. Let's do that. Okay, what's that like? Yeah, okay, that sounds alright, but why is it so quiet? And why is that pink? That shouldn't be pink. Let's sort that out. Oh, it's because it was from the piano track. Yes. Okay, and then these should be this colour, right? I'll get all confused if things are the wrong colour. Right, so why is that so quiet? Okay. Right, one more little bit of melody. This is the perfect music for the peak hour train I'm on at the moment, enjoying a tube full of assholes. Aren't they always? Right, tidy that bit up there. Tidy this bit back here. Right, we need one more little bit of a thing. Maybe this could climb this time. Yeah, similar to the last one, but just going a bit higher, similarly playful. Yeah, let's try that one. I think that went okay, even though I forgot to put the metronome on. Like a stupid hippie. Right? Just try quantizing it, see if it can save my bacon a bit. It doesn't look, actually, that's out of time. I can see that already. Yeah. Let's make that note a little bit longer. Yeah. Terrible, Jamie. Okay, I think that actually should be about right now. Okay, so let's have a listen. Alright, it's not too bad, it's not too far out. I think there's one that might be slightly incorrect. Let's see if we can find it. I think it was this one, yes. That's better. Okay, right, I've got 10 minutes left and I can't do any longer than that because I'm starving, I want my dinner. But more importantly, Jade has a premiere. There's a Jade Star premiere happening at 9 o'clock. So you will automatically be dumped over to that when I have finished. So let's see if in these last remaining few minutes I can maybe get something percussion-y down. So I will, on my percussion track, come here, and as you see there's a category for drums as well. There's not so many drum presets, but let's just have a play through them, see if we can find something useful. Now what I've learned, he said, as though he's like, suddenly become extremely knowledgeable about these things. What I've learned is that in the old home computers, the old consoles, where there were not many channels available in the sound chips, what often would happen is if there was some percussion or something that's supposed to sound like drums, often there was only one channel for that. And so one sound would be assigned to that channel, but playing it on drastically different octaves, possibly you could make it sound like, hey Clayton, thanks for being here. Maybe you could possibly make it sound like a kick and a snare, or a kick and a hat, maybe something like that. So while I'm just having a play through these sounds, I'm gonna make sure I do that and play a low octave and a high octave and see what we can get out of a sound. That's not very loud, is it? Let's turn it up a bit. We like loud. Loud is allowed. Can't say I'm mad about the sound now. Okay. That's the kind of thing, you could do like that could work. We're gonna crash. That's a very familiar sound. Yeah. No. Space drum. I love that. But it's not what we want. I'm going to go back to classic noise. I think we can make use of that. So how low do I want my kick sound to be? What I found with the Commodore 64 type sounds is you go down to a certain frequency and it's like no longer a no. It's no longer going to be audible. That could work. Right, so you see it's the same sound, but I can get kind of a kick and kind of a snare type sound out of it. So it's using one channel. That's what we need. Right, but do I know what to play is the real question. Hang on a minute, hang on. Let's have a metronome and a bass and the percussion. Yeah, okay, right. If I can get one bar of that down. Right, okay. Right, let's see. If I just bring this down to 1 bar. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What am I doing here? There, that one. Sorry, pressed the wrong button. It's not like you don't expect it. I do it all the time. Right, so let's just get this right here. Right, it's Mr. B here, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So let's make it 8th notes, I think. I'm zooming in. I'm struggling to see the lines. I should have put my glasses on. Right, okay, you know what? This is probably going to work better and be quicker if I just draw these in. Right, so where's that one? Yeah, there. Right, is that what I wanted? We'll loop around that one thing. I believe it is. Okay. So if I duplicate that across now, I think we've got a bass, we've got a 2-note chord part and a melody and the beginnings of a drum part that lasts us for 16 bars. And that is kind of what I hoped to achieve inside of an hour. Let's have a listen. All right, I think that works. Right, so before I sort of play you out by playing this masterpiece for you, this masterpiece of 16 bars of fake bit, I just want to say thank you very, very much for being here. Like I was saying earlier, I do really, really appreciate it. I know that I missed my last stream because I was not too well, mainly just very snotty. And I do want to keep these streams consistent, but you know, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm doing my best. But I will definitely be doing another stream with this, probably same time next week, or if I can't make the time, I'll reschedule it. But I want to do like a sort of a part 2 to this and find a B section and get this tune rattled off. All right, so. Thanks very much for being here. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and please check out my next stream. All right, and if you'd like to know, any more about this kind of thing, then consider jumping on my Patreon account because we have fun every Friday, making music, drinking coffee, and talking utter dog shit, and it's great. All right, I'll sign off for now. Thanks for being here. I'll play you out with this. Bye-bye.